In recent years, reports of airplane crashes have been making headlines more often. While air travel is still one of the safest ways to get around, these incidents raise an important question. Why do they seem to be happening more frequently? Is it due to mechanical failures, pilot fatigue, or could there be broader industry challenges at play? In this video, we'll take a closer look at the factors contributing to these crashes, explore the data behind the headlines, and try to understand whether this is a worrying trend or just a matter of perception. Air travel has come a long way since the Wright brothers first powered flight in 1903. Over the past century, aviation has transformed from a risky endeavor to one of the safest modes of transportation. But while major crashes are rare, when they do happen, they send shockwaves through the industry and raise critical questions about safety. To understand why airplanes crash, we need to look at the root causes. Aviation accidents don't happen in a vacuum. There's almost always a chain of events that leads to a disaster. Let's break down the key factors that contribute to airplane crashes. Human error, the leading cause. Despite advanced technology, pilot error remains the #1 cause of aviation accidents. In fact, studies suggest that more than 50% of crashes are linked to mistakes made by flight crews. Pilots undergo years of rigorous training, but the reality is that flying a commercial jet is a complex task requiring split-second decisions. Fatigue, miscommunication, and even over-reliance on automation can lead to catastrophic outcomes. Take, for example, the 2009 crash of Air France Flight 447. The Airbus A330 was flying from Rio de Janeiro to Paris when it entered a high-altitude stall over the Atlantic. Due to incorrect airspeed readings caused by frozen pitot tubes, the pilots became confused and took improper corrective action, ultimately causing the plane to fall out of the sky. Automation, while designed to assist pilots, can sometimes work against them. Automation complacency is a growing concern. When pilots rely too much on autopilot, their manual flying skills can deteriorate over time. In emergency situations, they may struggle to regain control of an aircraft. Mechanical failures, rare but deadly. Aircraft are designed with multiple fail-safes, but mechanical issues still contribute to a significant number of accidents. One of the most infamous cases is Japan Airlines Flight 123 in 1985. A faulty rear pressure bulkhead, improperly repaired years earlier, ruptured mid-flight, causing the tail of the aircraft to break off. The crew lost control, and the crash became the deadliest single aircraft disaster in history. More recently, the Boeing 737 MAX crisis highlighted the dangers of software-related mechanical failures. The MCAS Maneuvering Characteristics Augmentation System was designed to assist pilots, but instead forced the nose of the aircraft downward due to faulty sensor readings, leading to 2 tragic crashes in 2018 and 2019. Weather and environmental factors. Severe weather can also contribute to crashes, though modern aircraft are built to withstand extreme conditions. Lightning strikes, turbulence, and even volcanic ash have all played roles in past disasters. Wind shear, a sudden change in wind speed or direction, was responsible for multiple crashes before improved detection systems were introduced. One example is Delta Airlines Flight 191, which crashed in 1985 due to a powerful microburst near the runway during landing. Air traffic control and mid-air collisions. The skies are more crowded than ever, and air traffic control, ATC, plays a vital role in preventing collisions. However, errors in communication and mismanagement of airspace can sometimes lead to disaster. In 2002, a tragic mid-air collision occurred over Germany when a Russian passenger jet and a DHL cargo plane were given conflicting instructions by ATC. The result was a devastating crash that killed everyone on board. Sabotage, hijackings, and terrorism. While very rare, intentional acts have led to some of the most high-profile aviation disasters. The 9/11 attacks remain the most infamous example, where hijackers deliberately crashed 4 commercial airliners, changing the course of aviation security forever. Other cases, like the mysterious disappearance of Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370, have led to speculation about possible sabotage or deliberate actions by someone on board. Structural fatigue and aging aircraft. Aircraft undergo rigorous maintenance schedules, but over time, materials degrade. Structural fatigue has been responsible for several accidents, such as the 1988 Aloha Airlines Flight 243 incident, where a section of the fuselage tore off mid-flight due to undetected cracks in the metal. Now that we've looked at the reasons why airplane crashes happen, let's put things into perspective. Because despite the headlines, despite the occasional tragedy, one fact remains true: flying is the safest way to travel. So why is aviation the safest mode of transportation? Every time you step onto a plane, you're entering a world of cutting-edge engineering, rigorous training, and layers upon layers of safety protocols designed to protect you at every stage of your journey. So, let's break it down. What makes flying so safe? Well, the numbers don't lie. The odds of a crash are astronomically low. Statistically speaking, your chances of being in a plane crash are about 1 in 11 million. To put that into perspective, your odds of dying in a car accident, 1 in 100. Your odds of being struck by lightning, 1 in 15,000. Even your chances of getting injured by a vending machine are higher than dying in a plane crash. In fact, if you boarded a flight every single day, it would take you over 30,000 years before you were likely to experience a fatal accident. Aviation is built on redundancy. There is a backup for everything. Aircraft are not like cars where a single failure could cause an immediate accident. Modern planes are designed with redundant systems, which means if one part fails, there is another system ready to take over. Modern jets can fly with just one engine, and in some cases even without any, because pilots are trained to glide an aircraft safely in the rare case of total engine failure. For navigation, pilots rely on multiple independent systems, such as GPS, radio signals, and onboard instruments, all cross-checking each other for accuracy. Hydraulics and electrical systems have multiple backup circuits ensure that control surfaces like ailerons and rudders always function. Every component of a commercial airliner is over-engineered, tested and inspected to withstand extreme conditions from freezing temperatures at 35,000 feet to the incredible stress of takeoff and landing. Also, the crew plays a major role in the safety of the flight. Pilots are some of the most highly trained professionals in the world. Airline pilots do not just learn how to fly, they train for every possible emergency scenario. This level of preparation means that even if something does go wrong, the people in the cockpit are ready to handle it.
29 right turn, ground plan. 707-270 heading south of 1516. We are due.
Air traffic control keeps the skies safer than ever. At any given moment, more than 10,000 planes are in the sky, yet mid-air collisions are nearly unheard of. That's thanks to an incredibly sophisticated air traffic control system that tracks aircraft in real time, adjusting flight paths to prevent conflicts. ATC uses advanced radar and satellite technology to monitor weather and air traffic conditions. It follows strict international protocols, ensuring every plane sticks to a carefully coordinated route. Even when things get busy, modern automation and human expertise work together to keep millions of passengers safe every single day. Investigations and new measures. Aviation accidents lead to safer skies. Unlike car crashes where similar accidents happen every day with little change, each airplane incident or accident leads to major industry-wide improvements. After the Air France Flight 447 crash, pilot training for high-altitude stalls was completely revamped. After the Boeing 737 MAX incident, new regulations forced aircraft manufacturers to make flight control systems safer and more transparent. Every accident is analyzed in depth by aviation experts, leading to rule changes, design improvements, and better pilot training. This constant learning and adaptation is why accidents have steadily declined over the past 50 years, even as more people fly than ever before. The future of aviation is even safer. With each passing year, technology continues to make flying even safer. AI-assisted flight systems help pilots detect and prevent potential risks before they happen. New materials and engineering advancements make airplanes stronger, lighter, and more fuel-efficient. Improved air traffic management ensures that even as the skies get more crowded, flights remain smooth and well-coordinated. So, why you should feel safe flying? Think about this. Every single day, more than 100,000 flights take off and land safely. That's over 4 billion passengers per year, traveling across the globe, with an almost zero chance of anything going wrong. So the next time you buckle up in your seat and hear the engines roar, remember this: you're in one of the safest machines ever built, you're being guided by some of the most skilled professionals in the world, and you're part of an industry that has spent over a century perfecting the art of flight. Flying isn't just safe, it's a marvel of human achievement. For those who feel uneasy about flying, it helps to know that some airlines have outstanding safety records, with carriers like Qantas, Emirates, and Aegean Airlines consistently ranked among the safest in the world. Choosing flights on modern aircraft like the Airbus A350 or Boeing 787 can also provide peace of mind, as these planes are designed with the latest safety technology. Nervous flyers may also find comfort in small choices, such as selecting seats over the wings where turbulence feels less intense, or booking daytime flights which generally experience calmer air conditions. But beyond statistics and airline choices, understanding the psychology of flight anxiety is key. Our brains are wired to fear the unfamiliar, which is why rare but dramatic events like plane crashes stick in our minds far more than the everyday reality of safe flights. The media amplifies this by giving extensive coverage to aviation accidents, making them seem more common than they actually are. One way to combat this fear is through rational thinking, reminding yourself that turbulence is normal and that pilots train extensively to handle every possible scenario. Simple techniques like controlled breathing, listening to music, or engaging in a distraction, such as a movie or a book, can help override anxiety. Talking to a flight attendant can also provide reassurance, as they're trained to help nervous passengers. Ultimately, the key to feeling safe on a plane is shifting focus from fear to facts. Air travel is incredibly secure, and every aspect of a flight, from takeoff to landing, is designed with multiple layers of protection in place.